Yeah, because what was that?
Ro just posted a thing in his Discord that we're in for his 300th episode, and here's the sound. Here we go. Ready? Listen well. It's loud though.
This is the end and the beginning.
It's all that he posted in his Discord, and I played it, and I thought I had headphones on, but I didn't.
Oh yeah, I was just like, this is tough.
The cat ran away.
It scared me. I forget what I was even talking about.
And I pressed play. Anyway, I won't play it again. 3, 2,
1. Archers, attack! Keep firing! Let none escape! Another down! Do not relent!
Straight out of the Scarlet Halls and weighing in at 190-something pounds in the blue corner, in the green trucks, it's me, Slidewhistle.
Whoa, well, it's me, Immunization, over in the other corner at an undisclosed weight.
It's me, Chill Aaron. I'm chilling on my bed because I'm moving, so I packed up literally everything else in this room except for my bed and this light. And also, during a tumultuous 30 seconds, I stepped on a big piece of glass, so I'm not moving for the rest of the night.
Oh. Wait, so are you just like seductively laying on your side with a big piece of glass in your foot? Is that what's going on over there right now?
Ooh, girl, I got it out, but I have a paper towel with a rubber band wrapped around my foot to staunch the bleeding.
What?
You should really disinfect that, probably.
I plan to after this recording. But I'm also sitting here in what appears to be a dimly lit version of the end of Ark of the Covenant. It's just me and a bunch of boxes, baby, because I'm going to be moving by the time you hear this podcast.
Wait, so what was this? What was the glass a part of? Did you drop one? Did you break one of your frames or something? And
Okay,
just,
like, so to quote the city of Ypsilanti, what had happened was I was running a dungeon on my boy, and I was drinking a cup of coffee, and my arm spazzed out or something, and I spilt coffee all over my laptop, so I'm like, shit.
Oh my god, what the hell?
I ran to the kitchen to get like X amount of paper towels, and Tyre had recently broken a candle accidentally, and glass had gone everywhere, and we had spent a long time cleaning it up, but apparently that shard was not, because I ran, and I was like, I gotta clean up my laptop, everything seems to be fine, and then I stepped, and I was like, owie zowie, and I looked, and like, the blood was spreading out of my foot. I'm like, time to lay on the bed.
And here you are.
And here I am, performing for you. I'm the third member of the DK crew.
Wow, the dedication to this podcast is just unpalatable. I can't believe this. Look at you. A true all-star.
I'm going to have my foot amputated because I didn't disinfect it because I brought you approximately 45 minutes to an hour of content.
You could say that blood has now officially been shed for this Do Not Relent podcast.
Finally, I've been waiting for this day.
I mean that, but also I did get in a fight with the boys over at... this joke was going to work if I could come up with a fake one, but all I can think of are real podcasts. I was like, the Half Hill Report, and then I was like, no, they're nice people. I don't want to fight them.
Hey, other podcasters, if you're listening and want to start fake beef with us, let us know.
If you want to start real beef, let me know.
I'm still waiting for Mad Season. Mad Season, I have nothing against you. I just really feel like we should have some fake beef for some reason. Call me.
I'll try to get him on the horn for you.
I guess we should start this episode off by addressing that this is not the first annual Best Bakers Award, and that will actually be next week in the 53rd episode, because we are good at math and now have realized that next week is the official 1-year anniversary of this podcast.
And also because all I've done for the past 5 days is eat turkey and fall asleep, so it's probably for the best anyway, content-wise.
I am moving, so I haven't done nearly anything Warcraft-based other than pack up Warcraft books.
Ooh, how many books you packed up? How many books you got over there? Also, is my Illidan book over there? Did you pack my Illidan book up?
Nope, I don't have your Illidan book. Papa Cheese has got that. You got it. He's had it for like a year and a half. You got to beat him up. But I got like 8 or 9, because I also have some of the comics, like the Pandaria comic, where I'm like,
ooh,
I'm the only one who has this. And I checked online, and it's like, this one's bad. And I'm like, oh.
My heart. Well, I guess we can just start with what we did in WoW like we always do, because that's our first topic all the time. I'm going to go first because I want to talk more.
Woo!
I have been abusing the fuck out of myself and Korak's Revenge. My Death Knight is currently level 86, and he's climbing that fucking ladder.
Quick level check here. Is this the highest any of us have made it on a Death Knight?
I made it to
100%.
115 on Drixon.
What?
When was this?
It was secret. It was when I was working at Books A Million. There were days where like I would sit in front of the television, put on Netflix cult documentaries, and just play WoW for 16 hours at a time. That was like the Nastisha years. But Drixon, my second or third Death Knight, because I realized I've had 5, made it to 115 and then was murdered.
Wait, why would you delete him at 115? He was so close.
I didn't like him anymore. He was sort of just like a joke character, and then I kept playing him. I'm like, he's burgeoning on getting very close to serious character. And then when we made the plain name gang, I was like, oh, that's my Death Knight. Goodbye, Drixon.
So then also, along with my Death Knight hitting 85, 86, I've learned so much about how classic AV works. I feel like a fucking AV expert. Now, I get mad when people don't take the secret hill shortcut and ride the mountain pass to get an extra, 1 second of speed boost.
Historians will look back at this 3-episode period where the three of us all have major character developments in regard to the classic AV.
That'll be it, they'll say. That's when the show ended. They kept postponing their award show to play more AV, and then was over, they scattered to the 3 directions of the wind.
All I'm saying is Death Knight's looking pretty good for a top contender as new main. We'll see how that goes.
Honk honk.
And then also, we have done the unthinkable, the unbelievable. We stepped back onto Mechagon Island to complete the Mechadon meta achievement. Me and Immune went back yesterday, and we're like, now's the time. We feel like there's not a lot to do in WoW right now, so let's go do the things that we didn't do because we put them off to do other stuff. And we have done our first day of Mechagon Rares again, and the first time in forever, and it actually felt kind of good. I kind of enjoyed it again.
Yeah, it was nice going back there after having outgeared it a little bit more. Things die faster. It is not as miserable because it's not as crowded there, and I don't know, it's just a little relaxing. And I don't know, me personally, I've not been playing WoW as much, so it's a nice little way to get back into something and actually have a goal in mind. And I don't know, it's time gated though, so I'll see how quickly we are actually able to do this.
My guess is it's going to take a while. I'm only missing 1 blueprint for one of the achievements, and then I'm only missing 2 paints, and there's 2 daily quests that I'm missing out of 25 daily quests that can appear every day. So I feel like I'm just going to keep going back there, and whatever I need is not going to pop up and be there in time for me to have to deal with. So this time gating is probably going to annoy the fuck out of me on this one. And then we're also looking at going back to Najatar, which that one's going to be the hard one. That one's going to be the one we probably should have started first, because if you want to get that meta achievement, oh man, I forgot that I need to get all my followers to level 20, and I forgot I have to do fucking Mardivis's library, whatever it's called, with the 25 different elementals each week you can summon, and I'm just like, why?
I think I got my second guy to 13, and I was like, I don't want to do this again, let alone then a third time.
Yeah, those dailies are my least favorite daily out of all of this patch's content. It's just, I don't want to do them, especially those quests seem to be the most annoying to me.
It's unfortunate, but the only way for me to get this stuff done is to turn off war mode in these zones, because whenever I have war mode on, I just want to kill whatever I see, and I'll go on 2-hour-long tangents chasing people and bridge fighting, and so I had to turn it off through Mechagon, and it felt wrong, but I was like, I'm not gonna get this done if I don't do that, so I guess I'll have to play it this way, like a filthy PvE-er. Yuck. Immune, you have to make a barf noise. We all made barf noises.
Blech.
Yeah.
There you go. 3 for 3.
All right, Aaron, Mr. Moving Them Boxes. What'd you do in WoW this week?
WoW this week, I started playing on my Death Knight, Walter, who was a human, because the joke was they were all humans with regular names. And then I was like, well, even though I play a Worgen like every day, one of the few things I've never been is a Worgen man. So I changed Walter to be a Worgen man, and I like the lady animations a lot better.
Aw, that's unfortunate.
Oh no, really?
Yeah. Yeah, the lady animations are like feral and they have a lot of like secondary animation, but like not too much. So it's like this is how a person might move. When the dude runs, it's almost like he's like hopping side to side, like there's like so much extra second, even tertiary animation. I'm like, okay, calm down, bud.
Yeah, the mail
And
run's always been a little weird. Ugh, but it was updated and it's still bad.
it's just not great. Like it's like I said, it seems like he's moving more side to side than he is forward. Like he's kind of like sashaying or box stepping forward. And I'm like, just run, bud. But it's a lot of fun. I really like Frost. I played Unholy for those 115 levels, which were nice, but it's the pet class, so it's like nothing too interesting is ever going to happen. It's a lot of pets and dots. I like no, not yet. Not a pet named Dot.
Don't you attack Alan, the unholy DK, with his pets?
Hey man, I was there. I'm not saying that it's bad. I'm just saying that I like Frost a lot better. Also, luckily I was able to keep the name Walter. So he's Walter, he just has a bit of flavor because he's a wolf man now. But
Now, what if you just deleted Walter and you made a female Death Knight Worgen named Walterlina?
With 2 eyes.
shit.
To be fair, Aaron, what? I own the name Growlina with 1 eye. What if you're just her cousin who died in the Third War and you can be Growlina, the Death Knight with 1 eye?
Don't
I mean, like
don't fucking
might-
tempt me because
you might as
I will
well.
end 2019 making a third Death Knight named just Growlina with 1 eye.
I mean, if you already don't like how the male running animation is, that's never gonna get better. You're never gonna like
That's
that.
very true.
So if you might as well just pick another female Worgen. Like that's your thing, that's your shtick. Just do it, and then you can use the name Growlina. It'd be so funny.
God, that's gonna be auditory hell referring to. Yeah, I was playing on Growlina and then I was done, so I played on Growlina. But you know what? That's my future, and I guess I'm gonna have to live it. Immune, what did you do in the World of Warcraft?
So, in addition to catching up on emissaries and things, as Slide said, we have dug back into Mechagon, and I am more behind than he is for this meta achievement. There are still some sort of rares I haven't killed yet, and they're the ones that are like with the reclamation rig or on their own timer, like a weekly timer that I just haven't thought about when to even like get to them.
Exactly.
So I need to look into that.
You have a job. You have to like do things. You can't wait for Pound Fist for 5 days.
Pound fist.
Yeah, so eventually we'll make progress, and it's nice having something to do, and I feel a little less WoW pressed. And we are back with a purpose.
I dabbed, but nobody can see it, and then I did finger hearts, but no one saw that either. So just I did that.
If you hear shuffling in the background, I'm aggressively flossing, and now I'm doing the hand pump kicky dance. Fortnite.
Oh, you mean the shoot?
No.
Well, Aaron has used his shoot of the podcast.
No, I didn't mean it.
Bitch, it's gone. Now let's talk about some cool shit. So apparently, now we wouldn't know about this because we don't play the Horde, but there's a quest similar to Kuofan's harness to get a mount. Now apparently, the Horde got to raise a dinosaur from egg to mount, and they had a cool quest line that they had to, you feed it and you do stuff. I don't know, man. Who knows? But there's going to be a similar one for everybody, and you can have your very own Shadow Barb drone, which is like in a Kier bug N'Zoth mount. And it looks fucking cool. Like, I can't think of any model in the game that this looks like. I'm assuming it's going to use the B model. It looks like it's kind of built similar, but like it has so many like appendages and mouth tentacles, and this thing is fucking sweet.
Yeah, I'm gonna raise this boy.
Girl, I'm gonna ride it, and I'm gonna be like, stop looking at me. And it's like, I'm not. And I'm like, oh, I thought that was your eyeball. What is that? Oh, that's my foot.
But I guess how it works is when you're just doing stuff in old Doom, there's going to be a cluster of Void Touch eggs in some area, and if you find them during an Akira invasion, then it starts the quest chain for you to get this as a mount. You bring the egg back to a man who's named Hapartho, which sounds too close to Sexiest NPC of the Year contender Tapartos. Hapartho?
It actually is him. He's like, shh, don't tell anyone. I had to get a second job.
Oh God, we got to support our boy. He's not doing so good.
He needs this Sexiest of the Year money.
Without it, I won't be able to afford the transplant. Please.
Well, let me tell you.
Please, Yugi, win so my sister can get her vision back.
Oh no.
Serenity.
Oh, Serenity name drop. Anyway, Hapartho apparently is either really dumb or has a heart of gold. Hapartho believes that Akir drones are not all born evil. Why would you believe that? Because they literally they're spawns of the old gods. Like, that's why they exist, isn't it?
Yeah, that's that's a whole race. That's a whole race of stinky people. Like, is it? I hate to say, but like, it's okay not to like them, Tapartos.
Or is he just saying that they are like mindless and they just don't know right from wrong?
I'm pretty sure that the Akir are spawned from the bodies of the old gods. Like, they're like a part of them. So it's a pretty big jump to be like, they're not all evil when they literally just like bud off of N'Zoth, our dad. I just think it's cool. You just do some stuff like this and you just feed them, and there's probably some dailies. I'm assuming, people are going to complain that it's time gated and all this stuff, but nobody really knows what you have to do to grow it. We just have the very beginning parts of finding the clutch and him saying, oh, they're not all evil. What I like the most is at the end, he asks what you should call the larva, and some of the names they give you, like, he gives you some options. Should we call him Bitey McStabface? Reginald? Spike? It's like, okay, well, I guess you gotta pick one of these names. And who's not gonna pick Bitey McStabface?
Yeah, that's a hot reference to that one English boat, right?
Bodie McBoatface. However, I'm going with Reginald.
Do you not like English boats?
Well, I'm going with Spike.
I never really subscribed to Bodie McBoatface.
Also, out of good conscience, I can't pick Spike because I just think of Land Before Time, and then I think of Ducky, and then I just get sad about her voice actress.
Yep.
R.I.P.
Only the next of many very old deaths that we're upset about.
Oh man, maybe at the end of the year I'll compile a clip of all the old deaths that we're upset about that we've mentioned on this podcast.
Well, another hot update that we have been graced with from the PTR peeps is that the Vulpera racial, the one that's the bag of tricks, we have a little more information about it now.
Ooh, do tell.
So there is an actual model for this bag of tricks, and the ability rummage through the bag actually places the bag like on the ground in front of you, and you can click on it and then go through the bag and choose which one of your tricks you want to be your active trick. And I guess you can accumulate or find tricks throughout the world through different methods, which has yet to be discovered. But apparently every Vulpera starts with 2 base tricks within their bags. And those are 2 vials. One is one that damages an enemy with nature damage, and the other one is one that heals a friendly target with like a friendly potion.
I wonder like how viable these skills will be. Like, how big will that heal be? Will it be as large as that of the Naru? Because that'll be unfair to Draenei. You know what I mean? Like, it's probably got to be like not as effective as most other abilities, right?
I don't know if they need to be. I feel like all these new racials are better than the old racials.
It's interesting that I would imagine it wouldn't work for characters that like physically look older. It would only work on like characters that look younger because tricks are for kids.
Ugh, I was like, where's he going with this? Fuck you. That was, I'm so mad.
I'm bleeding.
Ambulance, please come by our house. Pick him up. Pick up Aaron.
Yeah.
The one time we need one.
Yeah, for the first time ever, the ambulance doesn't come at like the 25-minute mark.
Seriously, every fucking time one wails by, it's so upsetting.
But no, that's cool. So they'll have to like go around like the Shadowlands to find different abilities they can do.
I think right now the current speculation is that it works like the Dark Iron Dwarf mole machine because it's kind of the same mechanic. You plop down a thing and you click on it and it gives you options. So I believe what people are speculating is that you're going to have to go around the world and find where all the different tricks are and add them to your bag. I don't know if they're I can see them being Shadowland specific. Actually, no, because it's 8.3 when they come out, right? Volpira?
Oh, yeah.
So probably be around the regular world. I'm kind of getting close to thinking about just starting the rep grind on my Horde ult to get a Volpira because they seem so insane right now with all these fucking abilities. Extra bag space. They have this ability. There's the fucking camping caravan shit where they can put their camp wherever they want and Hearthstone to it. They're going to be like the optimal race for like just so much conveniences in the world.
I don't know if my reputation can afford playing a Volpira. I feel like too many people online would be able to connect the dots when they see all the animal people on my browser.
Nobody knows unless you tell them.
And you just told them.
Guess what? They've changed some more stuff with the fucking legendary cloak. It seems like they can't decide what they want it to be.
What did they change?
Well, last time we checked in this series, the legendary cloak had an on-use main stat proc, where it would just give you a fuck ton of whatever your stat was, like intellect or agility. And now, instead, there's a new 3-minute on-use ability that will instantly dispel any effects from corruption and make you immune, that's you, to further effects for 6 seconds. So this is actually, I would say, way more interesting than the main stat proc. Because instead of pressing it when you need a cool cooldown, you can kind of control the corruption. Like, every 1 second you're going to shit eyeballs that zap you. I think you just press this and then you just lose all your corruption and go back to 0, right? So that's actually kind of interesting. It's on a 3-minute cooldown, like I said. So that's kind of a long time. And so it's not as useful as the main stat proc in like a raid or like in a dungeon, but I think it's way more interesting at least.
It'll definitely lend itself towards finding out strategies of, like, say your laser eyeball is real. Like, it's like, I can maintain when 3 eyeballs are following me around. So I'll get that boost in damage, and then when the 4th one comes out, purge them, because then by the time the 4th one comes out again, the 3 minutes should be up. It'll be a lot of like testing out like how much power can you get off corruption before you have to purge it with this thing now.
I think it'll add a layer of complexity that it seems cool and that I'm into. And of course, the comments on Wowhead are just the complete opposite. So boring. I want intellect back. As if the main stat proc isn't fucking boring to begin with. Like, what? Come on.
Yeah, and I'm sure whatever they have planned will change several more times, and we will mention this cloak several more times before it's even available live, which I guess is interesting content for us to talk about on the Raytheon Cloak Watch.
I mean, yeah, because are we at what? 3 main changes now? 4 major changes? It's been a lot.
I'm just saying, Crucible did a good thing with its silly billy equipment. We need more of that. That's neither here nor there, but I was a big fan of it. I feel like the cloak should do more silly billy things like that.
I agree. We also have just some small stuff here that I think is pretty important. Mechagon Essences. Mechagon Essences are going to have their cost reduced in 8.3. So they already were reduced once before, and now they're going to be reduced again. which means that people can now get their essences for alts fucking easier, which sounds fucking mint, because my Death Knight's gonna need some fucking essences. It looks like now, to get your first essence, now you just need 2 spare crates, 1 oscillator. Before it was 2 spare crates, 2 oscillators. So you just need 1 oscillator. Basically, they cut everything in half. Holy shit, rank 2 used to be 20 spare crates and 10 oscillators. Now it's 8 spare crates and 4 oscillators. That's so much less.
So if you're like me and you never upgraded past rank 1, then you might as well wait until this goes live in 8.3. Because also you get an achievement for having all of your essences rank 2 or higher, which I still don't have because I've been cheap and haven't bought these because they are not ideal for me to use anyways.
I'm missing just 1, and it's from Mechagon, because we only ran it that like 2 times. We gotta go back in there.
One of these days we will. Maybe 2020, we'll finally get the gumption to go back in there.
This is a huge nerf, though, and rank 3 basically costs how much old rank 2 was. Rank 3 used to be 40 crates and 15 oscillators. Now it's 20 crates and 8 oscillators. This is good. We should have more of these changes to all the essences, because if you, like, think about it, how many fucking mains have these by now? Most of them. So just decrease it so everyone's alts can get their hands on them. And I don't give a shit if somebody comes in who's new and has to pay half of what I paid. That's good. That's fucking free education, bitch. Let's do that.
We just start talking about, like, political things just behind WoW. Like, all I'm saying is I think everyone should get mana buns whenever they want, and there should stop being an overhead charge.
All raid groups deserve Warlock cookies.
Mana care for all. That's all I'm saying.
Mana care.
Now hold on here. I've got high hopes that I think we should have mana buns for whoever can craft them.
Oh,
Whoa.
no. Listen, I will willingly give out my mana buns. I shouldn't have to. The government of Azeroth should give them out.
All I'm saying is some people are sitting on a lot of mana buns and some people don't have any at all, and that is just not right.
Whoa, hang on. Don't fucking come from my gig, bitch. If I want to give them out, you're going to get it. You know what? Never mind. I'm walking all this back. These are my mana buns, and I'm making them for me and me only. Me and my family.
Well, when I run out of
Slidewhistle
mana and the raid falls apart, that's on you.
Slidewhistle has created millions of mana buns over the past week alone. Do you know how many he's had to give out? 0. He has paid 0 gold, not even 1 copper, on taxes for his buns.
Get out of here, Cerny Banders. I don't have time for this.
It's me, fantasy socialist Cerny Banders. I have tusks and big floppy ears.
Well, you know what? I think Cerny Banders was working for us again, because they made some changes to catch-up gear in 8.3.
Honestly, I'm a bigger fan of mustard, but I like ketchup too.
Ugh, God. Before, all the catch-up gear was going to be eye level 400, and now it's all 410, and Azerite gear is 415. So that's some sick catch-up gear that we're going to need for our alts, and I'm here for it. So thank you, Cerny Banders, for all the work you've done for our gear.
You're welcome.
All right, let's see what our girl Growlina's up to. What is she doing out there?
She was a little salty last week. She was waiting there, pen and paper in hand, recorder in her pocket. She's like, they're gonna call on me, and then we never did. So, Growlina, I'm sorry, but it's your time to shine again. Womp. Hello there, faithful listeners. I'm Growlina, and I'm so thrilled to be back for you after a week away. I'm here with this week's guest, Verdal. My man, what do you think about all these new races finally becoming Death Knights? I'm excited. I'm all for them opening up the class restrictions. Now I'm just hoping they finally let gnomes be monks, lol. Vert, I hate to call you out right now, but I'm pretty sure they've always been able to be monks. No, I don't think gnomes can. I've never seen one. Vert, my dude, you're actually not correct. Hold on, wait here a moment. See, Vert?
It's me, Growlina, just on my gnome monk.
Wait, what? Is this real?
Very real, Vert. I've had this guy for years. Well, Vert has run off, his mind apparently blown. This has been your girl, Wigglestein, signing off until next week.
Another masterclass interview from you, Growlina. You always do a great job, unless that one was shit, in which case, get better.
I don't know if you guys have seen it or not. That's a lie. I know that you two have seen it. But fucking Dottie, the charity pet, is here to bless us with her fucking alpaca goodness. And her video, her announcement trailer was so fucking cash money.
Fucking mint.
That girl was just casually walking through stuff that I struggled to do for like weeks.
It was like a 1-minute trailer on just fucking a narrative of Dottie getting into fucking trouble, and she fucking is running through all kinds of shit, and she fucking does her little prance to fight off blood trolls. If she can make blood trolls fall in love, she can do literally anything.
All I'm saying is Dottie 2K20. She's what Azeroth needs and deserves.
I'd vote for her.
I'm on Twitter now. Dottie has actually given her... Cerny Banders has actually given his approval to Dottie.
Thank God.
Boy.
I saw that little prance, and I know when I'm licked. I'm giving my full support behind Dottie.
If you guys haven't picked up Dottie yet, she's $10 in the Blizzard store, and I have just recently learned that her plush is $30 on the Blizzard store, and Immune, we're buying it, right? I mentioned it earlier, and you didn't give me an answer, but we're buying it, right?
It is very, very cute.
Still wasn't an answer. Are we buying it or are we not?
Well, while we are talking about charity pets, I think I'm going to go ahead and pull a time warp.
Are we buying it? Are we buying it or not? Are we going to buy it? Are we going to get it?
Yeah, okay, fine. Okay. Okay, so time warp. I'm going to put 40 seconds on this timer that I am pulling up right now. And you guys will have this 40 seconds to name as many answers to my question as you can. The loser has to consume alcohol. Are you
Agreeable.
guys ready?
Yes.
Ready, any.
This week's question is for you guys to name the WoW charity pets. Any of them since the beginning of when they started doing their charity events. On your marks, get set, go.
Dottie,
Shadow,
Whomper.
Alterac, Brew, Pup.
Oh, fuck.
Shadow,
Dottie,
in case you didn't hear.
Whomper.
Um,
Shadow gets mine count for some reason.
Mm,
Ooh. Oh my god, I can see it. I can see it in my
some
head.
sort of Murloc.
I named it Khadgar. Oh my god. Oh my god.
Mana
It's it.
Cat.
Oh.
Um,
Scraps? No, not Scraps. Not
Scribbles.
Shadow. Not
Scrumples.
Oh, fucking A. I can see it. It's green.
Screwball.
She's
Hi.
green. It's a fel cat. Oh.
Meow.
The one that
Whomper?
rides around in the vacuum, I think.
Dottie.
Is it
Shadow.
Whomper? Is it Dottie?
Time.
Is it Alterac,
Ooh.
Brew, Pup?
Ooh.
Okay,
Ooh.
that was a little rough, but we'll see here. Let's tally up what you guys both got. I heard Aaron say the Brew Pup, and I heard him say Shadow, and then I heard Slide say Whomper and Dottie. The correct answers that we had were Dottie, last year's was Whomper, 2017 was Shadow, 2016 was Mischief, which is the cat you guys were thinking of, I think. 2015 was Brightpaw, 2014 was Argy, 2013 was Alterac Brandy, 2012 was Cinder Kitten. That may have been what you guys were thinking of, but I don't think we ever would have had a chance to get that.
No, I remember Mischief because Mischief rides around on the vacuum cleaner.
No, not even inherently. That's just what I do with Mischief. I put him on the vacuum cleaner.
2011 was the Cenarian Hatchling, 2010 was the Moon King Hatchling, and 2009 is literally just a Pandaren Monk, which is kind of fucked up.
Oh,
Well, to
wait,
be fair,
and that's the one that I have.
He's a charity pet? I mean, this is kind of enlightening because we wouldn't know.
So Yeah, so many of just the pets you can buy were apparently charity pets. Because, like, I know Argy and people like that, I know that they're just on the store.
I guess I should have just named pets now that I think about it. Like, that would have been so much smarter to just name store pets.
So I guess it's a tie?
Gasp!
Well, we need a tiebreaker, unless you just want to not tiebreak us.
Give me a second while I think of a tie. Okay, I got a tiebreaker. So your tiebreaker is, without going over, how many US dollars did the 2017 pet Shadow, how much money did he raise?
$1.6 million.
$1.8 million.
Well, the correct answer is 1.8 million US dollars.
Fuck!
Woo!
So I guess the tiebreaker goes to Aaron. Slide, consume some alcohol.
I should have made you go first because I had a ballpark estimate because I heard it yesterday. Damn it. I drank it. I drank a lot of it. All right. Ugh. Yuck. Okay. Well, now it's time to figure out who is going to advance in this year's Sexiest NPC of the... I almost said of the world. I kind of like that. Sexiest NPC
of the world.
of the world. All video games, even though it's only WoW ones allowed in.
All right, I guess this is now the sexiest NPC of the world.
Sorry,
Slash
Laura
year.
Croft. You make me Laura Soft when it comes to these competitors.
Soul Reaver, you make me... I want to barf looking at you. You don't have a lot of polygons to your model.
So, we are starting round 2 now, and we have 16 sexiest NPCs left, so we have 8 matchups here. Are you guys ready?
Yes.
No.
Well, whether you're ready or not, here we go. Our first matchup is Tapatos and the Jailer. This one's a little hard. I don't know exactly what criteria I want to use for this matchup.
Yeah, this is when our large branch of sexiness criteria really comes into play here. Do we go for what is objectively the sexiest, or do we go for what is the coolest? But I feel like the coolest and the chainy, he has chains. Like, that's sexy. Like,
I may not know as much about him, but one thing that and I hate to bring it up now because I do like Tapartos, but my man crumbled during the test. He has a lack of integrity. The Jailer, he, from what we know, is powerful, strong, probably raid boss. I'm throwing my lot in with the Jailer.
We also have a more recently revealed picture of the Jailer. I don't know if we use that in this as well.
He's a hot daddy.
I love that. That sounded like a fucking political ad. Like, you were like, I love him, but I'm gonna attack him right now in a 30-second commercial where Tapartos shit the bed during his quest. Can we trust a man who crumbles during his most important test? I don't think so.
Cerny told me not to do it, but I am disrespecting. He left this race and I'm my own man.
Immune, what say you? The Jailer and his chains, or Tapartos and his abs and pecs and muscles?
Well, I had on the television and I decided that I don't trust Tapartos to answer a phone call at 4 a.m. when all of our children are in danger. So I have to vote for the Jailer.
That was where my vote was gonna go as well. The Jailer.
The Jailer
advances.
moves on.
Whew, okay, that was a tough one.
Also, though, you're right. His new model, though, is going to really put some power behind him. Before, we thought he was like an Anubarak-esque kind of skeleton, whatever the fuck he is.
Well, I thought he was Arthas.
Well, now he's a sexy-ass man. See, like, no one knew what he was, and now he's fucking beautiful. Anyway, move on.
So our next one is the Enchanted Emissary, who brought a lot of controversy last episode with Slide, up against our homegirl, Urel.
I'm not gonna lie, I'm gonna leave this one because I'm pissed at the fact that she even got this far. Urel deserves to slam that emissary down into the ground with her mighty purple hammer. Urel has my vote. She's the sexiest, she's cool, she's a Draenor darling.
Well, it's funny you say that because I was just about to whip out this new sign that I just made for this event that says, I'm ready for Urel to wipe out the competition and erase them from this world.
In a holy race war.
In an ethnic cleansing.
So,
But you know what?
Urel is my vote.
I'm here for it. Enchanted Emissary may have been the hottest of her broke-ass division, but she's nothing compared to Urel. Urel has my vote.
And let me just also make it known, this is no longer that Mythic Plus week, so she does not have power here this week.
It's Void Week. Is that why her power failed? She had nothing powering her up anymore?
Correct.
And that makes sense, because when I looked at her against Urel, all I saw was an empty, pitiful void that Urel's holy cleansing came here to fix.
I'm not gonna lie, I'm really afraid for the matchup later, whenever we get to it, where it's Uriel versus the Jailer, past versus present, beautiful versus truly beautiful. Ugh. Oh. But for our next one here, we have Kalia Menethil, the diaper bitch herself, versus Moira, leader of the Dark Iron Dwarfs, and whose son will rule the Dark Iron, and blah, 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 blah.
This is a tough one, I feel. It's two strong ladies, I don't know, two leaders, well, soon to be leaders, I assume. What are you guys thinking for this matchup?
It's tough. Because, on one hand, Moira Thracian has a lot of history. She's been with us. She has a lot of examples of power. However, she has one of the worst haircuts in all of Warcraft. Kalia Menethil hasn't really done much, but her hair is not Moira Thracian's.
So you don't like the side buns?
I don't like the buns. Whenever I make a dwarf lady, I usually give them the buns as a joke. But Moira's out here with them for real. It's very distressing.
Counter argument here. Moira's rocking a beautiful, classy dress. Whereas, did you forget that Callie is wearing a literal fucking diaper? Moira has the confidence to rock those buns like none other. She's unbothered about what the public think about her fucking hair. She's owning it. She's ruling it. My vote's going to Moira Thracian.
I am up in the air still here. Have you cast your vote officially yet, Aaron?
I think I can, but what are your apprehensions?
I can cut this fucking air with a fucking butter knife. I can feel the tension here between you two.
So, my thoughts are that I would vote for Moira because she is a fierce leader. She's always been here. I find that pretty sexy. She's also a priestess, which, same. Although, I guess so is Kalia. These are just two priestesses.
Allow me to re-step back in after I stepped in and stepped back out. Both priestesses, both women with great hair, objectively. But which one is a single mom in this world? In a world where her husband was brutally murdered by us.
Kalia.
And she's still out there doing it. What kid does Kalia have? She ain't got no kids?
No, she does have a child. Or no, her kid got edited. I'm sorry. Everyone, I remember her husband and kid are both dead, so never mind.
So she's a bad mom is what I'm hearing.
Wow.
Why didn't she keep her spouse alive in the face of the literal scourge? Bad mom.
Moira has guarded into a fucking infant for, 12 years now? That shit's impressive. God, she's just been producing milk. She's been lactating for like fucking 15 years. Giving her all to this child. Giving her all to this little baby who will not grow up no matter how hard she tries. Except, doesn't he grow up in like 8.3?
He's
like
in the recent book, he is like 7 years old. He grew up eventually.
It's so weird.
I gotta say, I'm giving it to Moira.
Okay, I was also going to vote for Moira, but this was probably one of the tougher ones for me so far. So I guess with that, Moira moves on to the next round.
If you want to talk about fucking tough ones, let me tell you, do we pick the literal hottest NPC on all of Azeroth and Outland and Argus and other planets we have seen. Ragnaros versus the hottest woman in the fight house, the lady in the fight house herself, Grand Marshal Tremblade, who, if you don't know, is the one who gives you all of your PvP quests in the literal fight house by the big shark in Borealis. Yeah.
The lady.
A
in the
wise
fight house.
man said it once, and who am I to disagree with him? You know I gotta give it to my lady in the fight house.
I don't know. Ragnaros is just so hot, hot, hot.
I sit here conflicted as I stare at my beautiful bronze and golden Ragnaros statue. I cannot deny he is indeed the hottest NPC, but hot does not equate sexy. But is a regular female woman sexy in the World of Warcraft? I mean, they have long weapons, and they have okay face options, but not the best.
Their T-Mog is always on point.
Let me tell you, that's true. You know what? You're right. I'll let you lay down your sword on this one, Immune. What do you think?
I feel like a lot of our sexiness that we throw behind the lady in the fight house is our own goofs and lore that we have thrown behind her. And you know what? That's enough to get my vote. So I'm going to vote for her.
You know you're gonna go for the lady in the fight house.
It doesn't matter, but my vote's going behind the lady in the fight house.
It's a queen. It's a clean sleep for the lady in the fight house.
Come on, it's also a queen sweep, baby.
Queen sweep.
It's a queen. Yes, queen sweep.
Queen City, baby.
Ooh, you know it. Round, boys. We're talking Grobulus versus every single Culturian male who doesn't change form.
Okay, well, I think I already know who I want to vote for here. I don't know if we need to discuss this or if you guys also feel the same way, but I am very, very sure of my vote here.
What? Wait, how are you so sure? I'm actually
very sure.
I'm very on the fence. Oh God. I mean, do you guys go first just to end it, or what if you guys are on different fences?
Well, I guess I will cut this tension right away and say that my vote is for the entirety of the Culturian male allied race.
My vote is for the entirety of the Culturian male allied race.
Whoa! Grob didn't even get a shot at this one.
He can join Barry the Beekeeper in the loser's circle.
Wow. I thought that Grob's hypodermic needle was as sexy as you could fucking get. All right. I mean, I guess my vote is going to Grobulus. He deserves something. We backed him for so long, and I'm not going to end my allegiance now.
So in our next matchup, we have two sexy beings. We have the Weapon Master himself, the shirtless hottie, John J. Keyshawn, up against our thick fart princess herself, Princess Theradras. She pulled out 2 wins last week somehow, and she is here again for some more.
Y'all are crumb bums. Man can't goof up without getting blown up on Twitter.
Oh, honestly, I'm not gonna lie. I just got what he meant. I was like, how did she get 2 wins?
So, I don't care if she's got 2 wins, and I know I was all for her last time, but I find John Jay's rugged beard and those ever-increasing amount of weapons he's got strapped to him so hot. My vote's for John.
Well, let me just say, I've been watching a lot of Brazilian fart porn recently.
Have you?
No, but I just wanted to. I thought it'd be a good segue, but then I was like, wait, what if I'm blasting myself? Anyway.
Yeah, with the farts, apparently.
Ugh, that is such a Anyway.
You can see their hair move in those videos. It's wild.
My vote is still gonna go behind Princess Theradras. She's got the mouths. She has the hands. Have you seen her choice of footwear? The most sexiest samurai sandals you've ever seen. I'm voting for Princess Theradras, as I've already previously stated. Immune, break the tie. What do you got?
Well, I'm here to break this tie and let it be known that I will always fall for a thirst trap, and John J. Keyshawn is nothing but that. He is shirtless. He gives you his sweaty ass bandana as a reward for a quest. I'm like, yes. So
Can we
I gotta vote for John Jay.
Okay, so when you said you fallen for a thirst trap, I was like, yes, Princess Therager is going through. I'm glad that we have different definitions of thirst trap going on. All right, for this next category, we have our man, the White Wizard himself, Khadgar, versus everyone's favorite Worgen, Gen Greymane, which is probably, I'm going to say, one of our hardest fucking picks. Holy shit.
Ooh,
I
this
have
actually is going to
been-
be the hardest, I think.
I've been dreading this literally all week. I've been looking at the winners, and I was like, shit.
I'm holding my head in my hands because I don't know where to start on this one. If you take them both in human form, they both are honestly kind of similar. White hair, old men, hot.
Daddies. But then you have Sexy Wolf Gen, and then you have like Archmage Khadgar, like one of the most powerful wizards in the known world.
Also, don't forget Sexy Bird Khadgar. Have you seen his bird form? It's hot. It's sleek.
Whew.
Just me.
Shit. I'm actually sweating bullets over here.
All right, here's what we're going to have to do. I think we're going to have to, on the count of 3, just say or pick out loud. And pick through the audio and figure out who said what. Because I don't... okay. Are you guys ready? I have...
Yeah.
I'm as ready as I will be, but I will acknowledge that both of these two deserve to make it to the final 8.
Okay,
but
here
I'm
we
ready.
go. 3, 2, 1.
Khadgar.
Gen.
Oh, okay. Well, I guess with a vote of 2-1, Gen advances to the next round.
Now, I would like to clarify why I said Gen and not Khadgar. Khadgar, as right as he was, left us in one of our biggest times of need. We needed the Kirin Tor to finally align and pick a side to fight in this faction war. And Khadgar said, y'all fighting? I'm fucking leaving. Khadgar turned war mode off and fled. And again has been fighting on our front lines, claws out for some reason, dueling the Horde. Gen gets my vote for being shirtless and fighting for us. That's my pick.
Now I'm just imagining Khadgar in the wizard's tower like, Jaina, I cannot support this. And you just see him like turn his opacity off. No, Khadgar, don't. I see you in the talents menu. No!
I'm gonna hang out with Menopause's Brutosaur in non-war mode Borealis. Fucking Khadgar.
Also, every time that we've said Khadgar, our cat has peered into the room.
I was just
So-
about to be like, is he over there like, what? What are you talking about?
He seriously has poked his head in so many times, so I'm glad I don't have to say that name anymore. Because he's like, is it food time? Is it food time? I'm like, ugh, get out of here. And now, one of our final votes for this one, our 2 dads decided they wanted to square up. Oh, God. Commander Linden, our namesake of the podcast, is going up against our true father who birthed us from his oily skin, N'Zoth.
I think I could be emotionally ready for this if it was the finals. Why do our 2 dads have to fight in top 8?
Yeah, it's so early. Who seeded this bracket?
This is top 16, even, so it's further out. And also, who seeded this bracket? Random.org. Blame them.
Random.org is going to be burnt to the ground after this is all over.
Okay, I think I know what I must do. I'm not happy, and I'm also not going to be happy next round where whoever wins this has to face again. But, that's the reality of what random.org has given us, so...
I think I'm ready for this as well. It's gonna sting a little bit, but I feel like it has to be done. I don't see any other way out of this. Are you ready, Aaron?
Yes.
Okay, on the count of 3. 1, 2, 3.
Commander Linden.
Oh, thank God. I was so afraid you guys were gonna pick the Zoth. I'm like...
So, in my opinion, in a couple months, we're going to be killing N'Zoth's body. So, I have to kill a little bit of him in my heart today. He still has a place in there, but I can't doubt Commander Linden. Not at this moment.
He's been there with us since the beginning, even though we killed him the minute we saw him. He's our boy. He's our man. He's the Lindenator.
matchups to the Lindinator.
Can that be the new name for the audience? The Lindinators?
The Lindinators. Congrats, audience. DN Army is dead. Except it's not dead, but it's an alternate name. You guys are now the Lindinators.
Okay, so we have decided that we are just going to also just quickly run through round 3 and get down to a final 4 going into the Best Bakers Awards next week. So, if you guys are ready, we can just hop back into here.
I am
These
ready.
hard matchups.
I'm ready.
We have the Jailer up against Urel. Wow, these matchups are going to be hard.
Out of the gate, I got to give it to Urel. I spent so much time with her. I trust her. She has the same murder boner that I have against the Horde. The Jailer, this may be a wrong decision once the Jailer and I become best friends come 2020, but for this recording, for today, my heart says Urel.
We also did say that the Jailer was having a potential of possibly being our first 2-time Sexiest NPC of the week, which would technically put him in the running of next year's bracket as well, so hope is not lost for any of these candidates, I suppose.
I was thinking about it, and you're right, Aaron. We have grown up with Urel. We helped her out of the ditches, but to me, that kind of feels like she's my sister, and I'm not going to vote my sister the sexiest NPC of the world /year, so I'm going to give my vote to the Jailer for his new daddy form. I love my sister, but am I going to call her sexy? Fuck no! Ugh! The Jailer gets my vote.
Well, you just made this really weird, and now I have to call my sister sexy because I am voting for Urel.
Hey, if they got it, they got it. It doesn't matter if you came out of the same holes.
I mean, you know what? Like, we share the same DNA. I'm sexy, she's sexy. Let's go. Urel on to the next round.
Okay, this next one, I just realized what the matchup was, and it fucked me up. Moira Thorician versus Grand Marshal Tremblade, Lady in the Fight House? Fuck!
Huh. I don't even know where to start with this one.
I haven't revealed this to anyone before, but if I was to die tomorrow, I would want on my tombstone, I gotta go with my Lady in the Fight House! I gotta go with my Lady in the Fight House, Grand Marshal Tremblade.
I feel like Lady in the Fight House Tremblade here is having like a Cinderella story run to the final 4 because I'm almost tempted to agree with you right now.
Well, let me tell you, I'm not going to make it easy for you because my son will rule the Dark Iron and all of the Iron Forge because I'm voting for Bunhead herself, single mother, may I say it again, Moira Thorician. She's raising this kid and ruling a kingdom. What is more sexier than a single mother who's breaking her fucking back for Azeroth? Her dad is a Diamond Stone man because he was a dummy and was like, yeah, sure, good idea. 5 years later, she is basically leading her clan and raising a 7-year-old who's still an infant.
Well, I'll tell you what, Grand Marshal Tremblade's dad is still in Ashran, still trying to move those flags.
At least she can call her dad. Moira can't call her dad. He's talking to us, the champions, for his wounds.
Whew. Well, I am sorry, fam, but I have to break this tie. And I gotta go with Our Lady in the Fight House.
We gotta go with Our Lady in the Fight House.
No! Her dad doesn't even talk to her. Her dad has open wounds and he asks us to do it instead of his fucking priest daughter. She needs this. Oh, Moira, I'm so sorry, baby.
So up next, we have a very sexy matchup. We have the entirety of the Coltiran male allied race up against Thirst Trap himself, John J. Keyshawn. Thoughts?
My vote goes to John J. Keyshawn. He's one man. He's got many knives. He's got no shirt on. He's looking good. I think the Coltiran males that decide they're going to turn druid really kind of ruins their sexiest potential when at any given moment they all could easily go druid and change forms, which would disqualify them from their award. John Jay, you get my vote. Ooh, wow, the tension is really there right now. I can feel
I
it.
mean, I was just waiting for Immune to go if he wanted to voice some opinions, because I also will be going for John J. Keyshawn. He's hot, he's built, he's tough, and even though there are probably a lot of strong hotties amongst the Kultiran humans, there's also a lot of losers.
I mean, this is basically like, is your preference the bear daddies or like the classic Twitter thirst traps? So like, but like I already acknowledged that I fall for those traps, so I have to vote for Keyshawn too.
And get out of here, Kultiran male allied race. Even though,
Get outta here.
Oh, you know what? Honestly, I should have backed them because Barry the Beekeeper would have been able to accept an award on their behalf.
He could have snuck in.
Well, it's
but
too
the
late.
decision has been made.
Wait,
Barry
is Barry?
needs to go
Hold
home.
up, is Barry the only person to be entered twice in this? He is. Barry had 2 entries. Barry fucking cheated.
Go home, you cheater.
And last up, we have, again, one of our hardest fucking picks. Gen Greymane versus Commander Linden of Scarlet Hall's fame that I think only us really appreciate, but our votes matter the most.
Our votes, at this point, are the only ones that matter, so...
I have my decision.
Immune, I want you to go first, because I feel like you end up going last, and whenever you go last, we've already decided 2-0 who's gonna win.
Okay, I hate having to do this, but I'm just gonna rip off the Band-Aid. We gotta do it. I'm voting for Commander Linden. I mean, he's the namesake of this podcast. He's sexy. I just feel like I gotta do it. And then, this is sad because Gen is sexy, and Khadgar died for this, and I'm sad to do it, but nope, Commander Linden. Done.
Aaron, what say you?
100% of Commander Linden's outfits and looks are on point. And I'd love to say that 100% of Gen Daddy's looks are on point. But the tucked in green petticoat from Daza will never leave my mind. So as much as I hate, and it feels like I'm killing Growlina's dad, I gotta go with Commander Linden.
All I have to say is, another down, do not relent. Commander Linden moves on to the Final Four. And for a hot reminder, in case you tuned out and you came in the end of the episode, your title was talking about NPCs. The Final Four consists of Urel.
We've done it!
The lady in the fight house herself, Grand Marshal Tremblade. Quite the underdog, I'd say.
Never leave a man behind.
John J. Keyshawn. And Commander Linden. What a fucking sexy ass Final Four. And might I add, 3/4 of them are human.
we try and be diverse, but it ends up with
We ain't got no type,
humans.
but I guess we do. It's human NPCs.
All right, so we're going to get out of here. We'll see you guys next week with these Final Four as they duke it out to figure out who's going to be the final sexiest NPC of the world /year. If you have any comments, questions, complaints about our picks, you can email us at donotrelentlpod@gmail.com or tweet at us on Twitter at donotrelentlpod. What about you bitches? Where can I find you on the internet?
You can find me, Alex or Immunization, on Twitter at New Era Alex. And as of today's recording, I have updated our pod Instagram at Do Not Relent on the gram, because I said I'd be doing that for a few weeks and I procrastinated, but it's there now. Don't worry.
You can find me, Aaron the Human, apologizing that I had to do Gen Greymane like that on my Twitter at TheBigAcheesy. And you can follow Do Not Relent's attempts to try and apologize to Khadgar for kicking him out so early at our live journal at
Catch us next week for our 1 year official anniversary and to figure out which of these Fab Four are making it to Sexiest NPC of the World /year. catch you guys next week. And remember,
Another down! Do not relent!
Do Not Relent is a podcast within the 3HNC network, representing U.S. Proudmoore's premier podcasts.
That was a very good wish.
fuck bitches get money. I gotta pee.
Same.
And then they urinated.